Did it automatically start? Cool. I think we're live. We got a Casper in here. Who's Casper?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Are you Casper, the friendly ghost?
Yeah, here to help brainstorm some ideas today. That's good.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize. I watched you on a show, like our movie, maybe 20 years ago. I'm humbled to meet you. Cool. Well, let's get started. So today we're doing a pop-up stream. Have no clue how it's gonna go. We're just gonna try to make rock paper scissors on Nullshot. So this is a good time to kind of learn about how to use jams, and also a good time for me to test out the current state of things, which it's still super alpha, super early. It's getting improved almost every day. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. So I'm gonna take a sip on this Joe, and then we will go into it. Um, let's jam. And yeah, Casper is gonna help support me on making sure the idea gets cool. Hmm. I guess I'll start the discussion. So when you create a jam, it's just like an empty place to start hanging out. You can chat with people, and then you can also start a prompt. And a prompt will kind of break out into what we call threads, so that we could start building things with AI. So you can imagine like having a chat here about the idea. Of course, I'm by myself right now. Oh, nice. Casper's in the house. And then we could, see where it goes. I think the unknown user thing, yeah, that's a bug that I actually saw recently. That's probably because you're on the test website and then came over to prod. It's kind of funky, but so let's do our first prompt. So we're wanting to build a rock, paper, scissors game where I play against a computer who truly uses randomization of choosing rock, paper, scissors against my answer. So I was actually thinking, Casper, like maybe it could be timed so it feels a little more real. Because if I just choose one and then the computer is just like randomly countering or whatever, it's not going to feel right. So I'm kind of thinking maybe there's like a counter, like 5, or I guess it's just rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Is that how you do it, or how do you usually do it?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I think in a lot of culture, is it on shoot or is it after shoot? You gotta select that as well.
Yeah, I mean, actually, my culture was we used to call it Rochambeau for whatever reason, but it'd be rock, paper, scissors. Like it actually was before all of that. Um, so it's super weird. Like after coming over to Asia, seeing the last step. So it should be like maybe 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Yep, 3, 2, 1, shoot sounds good.
So what? We will have a counter saying 3, 2, 1, shoot. And before shoot happens, you have to choose rock, paper, or scissors. If you don't, then then what happens? I guess you lose.
I think the opponent. I mean, the person that did not put out anything. Yeah, you lose a point.
Cool. Cool. It'd actually be kind of cool. Like later, what we can do is it'd actually be kind of cool to like have a like what if you do it too early, you know? Like because that's kind of like, you know, the meta game of like watching
Mm.
somebody do it. Like you
Mhm.
have to do it right on shoot. But that's like a small nuance later that we can kind of look at because like maybe the AI can just counter you 100% if you do it too early. But that's, you know, future thought. So we should have a score counter that increases of the computer versus the component or opponent. And the computer should be a random emoji. Let's brainstorm like how we can show rock, paper, scissors and lay out the UI UX. So then what happens is now we go into a plan mode, which we're planning in a thread. So if I go back at the top left, I'm now in this room where I can see this, you know, plan mode has been happening. And then here it's, you know, looking good. And okay, rock, paper. I mean, yeah. What do you think? Do you think we should do literal rock, paper, scissors, or should we go with the emoji
I think the
path?
emoji. Yeah, the emoji. It's more straightforward. We start with that.
Layout looks fine. We should have a like 2-second pause between the next iteration. It just keeps going indefinitely. I think we should have a start button that triggers it to go indefinitely, or it loops forever. There is no pausing. Maybe we should do like maybe we choose like you got to win what 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I was thinking. If we want to introduce the idea of like a health bar. So let's say if
Mm,
you have a full health bar and then you lose each time you lose this, it takes you, like you have less health.
yep, I like that. So let's do a health bar where everyone has 10 health. 10 is like a nice number. Well, that's a total of 20 games though. Yeah, but it's gonna go fast. It's gonna be like 2 minutes. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, the computer personalities look fine, but use the robot and the weird purple one. Let's not use random stars and stuff. Hey, loves the health bar twist.
My brain just started going like, how can we make this simple game more complicated or has a twist to it?
Yeah. Why is the computer 101 HP? My bad. It should be 10 health, not 1. Cool. And at the top right here, you can like expand the problem statement. It kind of shows you like what's happening. Cool. All right, let's start building. So take a moment, and it just starts like a dev environment for us to actually get like a real-time build here. What we're working on right now is that the AI actually has ideas, right? It knows how to code. It can start coding and doing things. It just needs to store it somewhere. So there's like a task system. So ideally, while you're waiting for like this nice cloud environment to come up, it actually starts coding it in parallel because it does take about 2 minutes, 1.5 to 2 minutes to get going. So hopefully the experience will be a quick, 70 seconds. So we got the dev environment in 70 seconds, which is pretty sick. Yeah, we need a bit more like progress here as well, like showing like what files are being edited. So it looks like it didn't update in real time. Let's see. I cannot see the game yet on the page. Oh, there it is. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors battle. You, computer. Do you think it's going to work? It's only 246 lines of code. Let's go. Oh. The choose it.
Right. You gotta be faster than that. Go. There we go.
I lost. So it chose it didn't choose the emojis. I guess when I said emojis, it's like they're both emojis.
It's fair.
I'm losing, man. Oh my gosh. This is messed up. I forgot about ties. Like ties could take a moment. Okay. I won.
Yeah, maybe we can iterate on this.
Okay. So what are you thinking? So first of all, meant to use the hand emojis, not the paper emojis. When I do not choose anything, the game should not be tie. I should lose. I should be able to choose my selection during the countdown, not at the end for 1 second. Even though that's kind of exciting. It would be really cool to create large personalities, almost like two fighters going against each other on the left and right half of the screen. I mean, this is kind of getting, like, I don't want to give it too much feedback in one go. But I don't see the computer emoji I'm up against, and ideally I am a face emoji. Maybe when I lose, I shake, and the computer loses, they shake. And it's large emojis on the left and right with health bars above them. Okay, what else are you thinking? I'll just shoot that off
while... Let's see. What if there is the limited number of times you can use a certain action. So let's say if you're doing 5 rounds, you can only use maybe X number of like scissors. I don't know if it's gonna make it more fun or interesting.
Yeah, that's a good question because then you can memorize what the other person did, right?
No, but each round, uh, like in a whole entire round, maybe it's randomized how many scissors you get, how many rock you get, and then the opponent as well. I don't know if it works, but it's just
Yeah, it's
a
like
thought.
card counting. It's like card
Yeah.
counting, in a sense, right?
Mm.
Um,
Oh yeah, that's fair. You can see. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I like the card counting idea. I was thinking, like something similar could be like if you do two in the same, or like two in a row, like rock twice, and then like the third time you can't, like rock's disabled.
Mm.
Um,
So it's
these
choose the
little things like
opponent
that. But
chooses. Yeah, it's a 50. Okay, I see.
yeah, but you had to pay attention that they did rock twice, and then you know that you have a quick 50-50 chance, and you only have 3 seconds to quickly decide what the 50-50 chance is. But you had to remember, it's not like it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Mm-hmm.
disable it for me. It's just kind of like a
Yeah.
metagame. Um, yeah. Another way is like if I lose, the one that I lost with, like I can't use in the next round, but that's just not as good for the loser. You'll just keep losing, making it a bit easier for them, I guess.
Oh, I got a good one. Because right now the buttons are static. If you want to make it more interesting, can it be floating around that you have to chase the mouse with? So you gotta not only decide which one you have to pick, but you have to click it fast enough.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, we can make it a bit more harder to, like, you see it for 3 seconds, but it's kind of hard to like choose which one. That's actually pretty cool. Are we thinking they're just like slightly moving, or are they literally flying across the screen?
I don't know. I don't know why do you know the DVD logo bouncing, but maybe at a much faster speed.
Yeah. Okay. It seems like it's making quite a large change. Unfortunately, no progress bar, but we'll just give it a moment. Yeah, so I like that. DVD bouncing. So, oh, like it's bouncing on the edges, like moving around the screen, right? Like the whole screen, I'm guessing, right? Kind of like Windows, like 98.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But then if it moves pretty fast, I mean, it's kind of like random, so it's gotta
yeah.
be
Just get
fast.
lucky. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let me just write it as like a chat note. Might have asked it to make too big of a change. Just because the edit file is just taking forever. Yeah, computer.
Maybe you should incorporate this while code's running for other jam sessions, so people have games to play with while their actual games are developing.
Yeah, play mini games while you're waiting.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
good
the
time
thing,
killer.
while I'm vibe coding, I'm usually testing, right? Like right now, just I'm testing
Mm.
this emoji thing. Now it said, uh, now fix a logic where you don't choose. Now you don't choose anything, you'll automatically lose instead. Is that what's happening? Yep. Yes. So, I mean, it's literally updating in real time, right? We got the emojis that got there, and then now I'm losing health when I lose, when I don't choose anything. That's what it just asked me to test. And now it's gonna allow me to choose during the countdown. So it's getting ready to do that. So now it's saying I should be able to choose. We'll see that in a moment. No. So I am still forced to choose when it says shoot, not during the countdown. But that is a good idea, an interesting idea to multitask, though. Like I'm multitasking, usually planning. I guess I'm just like a workhorse.
Mhm.
Like, but we are talking about this concept of woot bags. The woot
Mm.
meter,
Mhm.
and it would be interesting if there's something you could do, like because right now you're generating tokens, right? We are talking about in one of our readings this morning,
Yeah.
and you're essentially like maybe you can get points or something with these tokens that you can start spending while you're like hanging out waiting, that like help the woot meter.
Yeah, or you can use that to buy maybe a faster model, or like you can opt in for a quicker ticking model. So you have different tiers, and then you play the games. Make it faster, but you gotta win.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, I actually haven't lost yet. I should see what happens in the losing.
Yeah.
But
You
I'm
reach
really
that.
hoping to see like a full screen emoji on the left and the right with the health bar on top, and then
Mm-hmm.
like when you get hit,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it shakes.
Oh, it just goes back to the start.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it should say like you lose. It should have like some sort of transition, I think. Whenever this happens, I feel like for a non-coder, it's like, what the heck? And then I feel like we need to like hide it and be like, hey, we're currently like fixing this in
Yeah,
there.
I think I saw when I was doing my own jam that the errors, but then the Nullshot.ai is saying, "Oh, let me look into this and let me fix it." I think it's something like that for me previously.
Okay. Yeah, because literally it's like I can just paste that error, but in reality, it should automatically know about that. All right, let's see if it did it. It has a new layout. Yep, there's still an error. Mm.
Coop, I heard there's this concept of a remix coming in soon.
Yeah. So the idea is that like you could take an existing app and let's say like this game, and you could start making it your own. Like maybe you don't want to use emojis, like you want to bring some cool art into it, and you can remix it. And there's two pathways of remixes. One is that you make it your own. You think of like music, right? You make it your own, thing, and it becomes its own kind of fork and its own app. Like it completely doesn't become tic tac toe; it becomes a casino, for example. Or you submit your remix to the original product, and maybe you've actually contributed the change to become like the new official version. So, for example, if we decide to give this like really cool gamified art and they like it, then they accept it, and now everybody could start using that as the base version. But let's say it gets rejected, you could still go off and like just post it as your own tic tac toe werewolf style, or whatever, right?
It's cool. I love that there are instructions now.
Instructions?
Yeah, on my screen. It says choose rock, paper, scissors during the countdown. If you don't choose in time, you automatically lose. First to zero
Nice.
loses the battle. Yeah.
Nice. So when the person loses, let's have the opponent attack the person and hit them, make a cool animation, and then the health bar animates down after. Let's put the health bar above the emoji like a video game versus at the top. When the person gets hit, they do a little shake on hit animation. This is definitely one of my longer sessions, though, of like building. Usually, I one-shot apps. So, so the other thing too that's not good about this, just in vibe coding in general, which we need to be careful of, is that we're doing all of these like features, and usually that what's happening is that every time I send a message, all these messages historically are actually still included in the AI's brain, the memory, that we call it context. So you're actually overspending money. Like ideally, this like new chat is the concept. Like we're happy with it, and we want to move on to the next task. And yeah, so one of the this is a problem with all platforms. And I hope soon, like when we decided, like right here, like, okay, this is good. Let's move on to the next task. Once you move on to a task, it uses just the context it needs for the task versus needing to like put all this crap in there. And it would cost us more money. So like right now we're overspending, even though it's a free platform for this moment. Which, by the way, everybody, like Nullshot.ai, we're giving away premium free bottles right now. So go enjoy. Okay, so we have some questions here. So attack animation when someone wins, hit shake animation when someone loses, health bars are above the fighter, blah, blah, blah. New feature, new feature. Animation sequences. Wait. Okay. Okay, so you did not make the changes yet. Please start coding it. So this is, in this, actually, it's kind of funny this just happened because we still haven't tuned the model well enough to know, like, hey, like every single thing is an ask to build something. So it thought that it changed the code. It's called hallucinations. It thought that it changed the code, but it didn't. So yeah, we need to fix our what is known as like the system prompt to make sure that like it always tries to act like on the user's message. So now it's making changes. It's probably going to take a moment because like it is a bit like to do animations and stuff. It's not easy. I remember having to write these things by hand, right? Like coding animations by hand. Oh my gosh, you could spend like days having fun with it. Now you're like, you're sipping a coffee. Oh, look at that. The health bar is on top now. That's cool. This is like my vision too of like Nullshot, how the health bars are starting to show up in real time. Like this is what I've always wanted, is like to see like the reason why it took so long, like compared to when we came up with the idea and started coding in September to getting it out, was just to be able to create that ability where it's updating in real time. Like we didn't have to refresh the page. We're not having to go somewhere else. It's like all streaming these updates to your browser. Yeah, it's really fun. All right, let's see what's up. Okay, I mean, so when I ask for an animation, you see that? Are you seeing the animation right now, Mr. Casper, who's muted?
No, it's kind of okay. It's a glow.
Yeah, there's a glow on the hit. But you know what I was imagining when I asked for it? What were you imagining? Like
I don't know, like something dramatic.
I was thinking Pokemon. You know, like Pokemon,
Pokemon,
like
I
they
see.
fly across the screen and they
Oh,
like go and just tap on it. Yeah. So I was thinking more of a Pokemon animation where the person flies across the screen and bounces off the target who receives damage. And the way to do that, get fancy. But I mean, it's a start. We got some. The good thing is that it's like it's these little details where let me just make sure it does it before I say it. Yeah, so it does the animation of the attack first, then it does the glow, and then the health bar goes down, and the health bar goes down slow. It tweens, and
Mhm.
these are little details like when I used to make games that you just have to spend so much time on. You know, you have to think about it because what you normally do is just change it from 10% to 100%, and it's like no, like it's an instant feedback, right? It goes like the health bar just instantly goes. But I mean, I'll zoom in, and I mean, let's see. I don't know who to zoom in on. Maybe I'll just automatically lose. But this little detail of like moving this slowly to the new thing, it's called tweening, and that I mean, that would take me, 30 minutes or something like that to code, right? Just that detail. And the AI decided, based off of this conversation to like add in that extra detail, which for us, it's maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't matter, but actually the feeling of getting hit is expressed way better with this. And this is one of the millions of things that goes in the games, um, and like timing it correctly.
So, quick question: like all these, I guess, animation and tweening, are all these codes from like a open source repo of an existing game out there, or how is it being done backend?
It's coding it on its own. So it's not from an open source thing. It's not using any libraries or anything that I know of, based off of these messages that I'm seeing right here. It's just coding it by hand. And that's like one of the interesting things that I've realized this year is like you could be coding, uh, and you need a library, like you just said, like an open source library, but you don't actually need the whole library. You just want one little functionality from it. And I realized you can save a lot of time and money, both hosting code, dependencies, all these things, by just coding that, like taking that small snippet of code that you actually want. And what happens with AI is AI has been trained on the world of code. It knows everything on the internet, if I understand it correctly. And based on what it knows, it actually is just building things from scratch based off of its training from open source libraries.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's insane, man. It's hey, we got a little more movement, um, but it needs to go all the way to the enemy. So I think after this feature, what I'll do is I will merge it into the main room so that we could maybe even both start jamming on it. But the key thing that I would want to add to this is like it doesn't feel like I mean it's a conversation I would want to have with AI is like how to make this look better, right? Like this looks nice. I think we should still implement your idea with the the three things at the bottom being hard to like click, rock, paper, scissors.
Mhm.
Um,
I was also having some ideas around maybe on the design front. Like,
mhm.
can we in each battle have a different background that randomizes it? Or maybe it could be set in a setting, right? So, for example, the analogy of Pokemon that you gave, it's kind of like you go to the grass territory, it's kind of like set in the grass. You go to the city, it's set in the city.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts? Just
that's pretty
making it
cool.
aesthetically nicer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering like if there's like some public images references that we can use. I think you were even talking about trying to use some images. Did it work if you gave like a URL?
No, unfortunately not. Yeah. So maybe we could, I guess, like change things up with gradients first. I don't know, like have a light mode, dark mode. I think you toyed around the idea of like the underworld or like the Stranger Things in our previous conversations. Maybe something like that could be fun as well, just to change things up aesthetically.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking like I mean I think one of the major limitations to like all this is that images are like not first class citizens just yet. Um, sorry, I just saw it's animating. It is like going, but it's not touching the emoji. But yeah, I mean, I know I'm running low on context here with all these messages, so I'm definitely going to want to merge soon. There we go. That's much better. You could see that the animation is still like a little like it could be more smooth, but I mean, I think this is like pretty good. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and merge. So for everyone, you know, and historically, merging is pretty important. So what we're saying here is that we are wanting to take this thread that I talked about earlier and move it to the jam room. Like, it's kind of like taking these changes and saying that we're happy with them. Let's merge them in. And then after that, you can start another thread. And this is really cool because you can like have one thread that's focused on animations, one thread that's doing research on art, and one thread that's, you know, doing functionality. And Casper could be doing it, and I'm, you know, working on something else, and maybe some random person who's watching this shows up and starts jamming on it, and that's pretty cool. That's the vision of like collaborative social uh, vibe coding that we're trying to see here. Ideally, next time we do this type of build with Coop stream, I would have already worked on a base product. So we'll have the jam room, and then everybody can just start showing up and creating threads to start contributing.
So, Coop, you're a product person. I'm just wondering, how do you think about when vibe coding, splitting it into, all right, what's my MVP, and then what's the end state for you while working on this, for example, and then at what point do you maybe need someone else to come in with a new perspective and going back to the whole idea of jamming? come in with their own like thoughts and ideas that maybe you might not have thought about.
It's actually the other way around. You get the perspectives before you fill in a box by yourself. So usually when I started working with Nullshot or working on the idea of Nullshot, I would make sure that I'm speaking to 10 people a week. I'm just pitching the idea. Hey, I'm working on this. I'm thinking of that. And I'm thinking of this. And it actually took a very long time because we were tasked to come up with a idea. Like, we have a budget. We have no ideas. We want to do something with AI. And then we just kind of force fed ourselves like to start building. But in reality, you start with an idea and you start talking to people about it, and you get feedback about, what's interesting. And you say the same idea 10 different times, because when we started saying turn chats into apps for Nullshot, that's when it started clicking for people. And I wasn't talking about it like that. I was calling it like social coding or code in a chat room or whatever. And then you could see the eyes widen, and you can see the excitement of the other person you're speaking to when you start talking about these ideas. So you have to do it in parallel is the answer. You can't, for founders, they say always be raising. For product, it's just always be chatting with users.
Yeah, so important.
Yep. Yeah, we need like an estimated amount of time for merging, because merging takes up to 4 or 5 minutes. It's quite the thing. Cool. So we merged it. So I'm up into the room, right? Here's our old conversation here, which has been merged. It's saying that it updated this room to be version 1, and it has like, our app. So yeah, what should we? Well, first of all, I mean, we could share this to the chat, right? I think if there was anybody watching.
We have 14 people.
Okay. So I'm just going to post into the chat the jam room. So I guess it's going to YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's the only one that's available right now.
Oh yeah.
For posting. But if anybody could read, I mean, I guess you can't really see it, but
just go to Nullshot.ai. Yeah,
just memorize this number, okay, guys? This is the code. Yeah, that's funny. But ideally, in the description and when we post these things in the future, we just like post a share link to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here we are. Yeah, I mean, it's not pretty. I'm not a fan. We can focus on design, or we can focus on making it harder to click on the choices. What else do you think we should do? Maybe for the next 20 minutes.
I think let's make it more difficult to click on it and the buttons.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna make it fly around. All right. So it identified this thread as a flying RPS buttons. It knows it's a feature. So if I mentioned a bug or an improvement or a question, it would actually change the type of this thread. Now it's loading the dev environment, like we're saying. It's a new custom dev environment. It takes about 70 seconds. And then it starts to do its thing. Now it's starting to edit it, code it. This is quite the feature. It's coding a decent amount of stuff. One of the things that I always think about, like, I like reading this text, but for most people, it's not going to make any sense. So I feel like there needs to be like a super layman friendly thing. But the funny thing about layman friendly, it means just don't talk. It's just like, we're just building.
Actually, Coop, I'm watching a live stream as well. And I think it'll be interesting for people to come in and join the next few ones. Because watching it, I'm like, oh, maybe I should start a prom now. And should I write something as well?
You mean on the current version, right?
Yeah, I'm in a jam room, so.
Yeah, of course, man. You can jam. Yeah, at this point after we merge, it's like anybody can go, right? All right, so let's see this flying emoji feature, if it works or not. Oh! Ah! Hey! What? Hey! That's not working. Wait, it's I have to keep my mouse on it? Oh, wait, let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna just... Oh, okay, I got it. Scissors works. But not rock. Okay. I don't know, maybe it's just...
Maybe you have to spam it, right?
Yeah, I'm just like spamming it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not... Maybe you could test this for me, because like I'm on like a trackpad. I don't know if you have like a...
It looks pretty well for me on my screen.
Okay, so it's just me.
It's actually really fast.
Yeah. They are starting a bit too close together. I think they should like have a better randomization for where they're starting. They're always starting on the bottom left.
Hmm. Wait, it actually gets faster, or is it maybe it's just me?
It's random.
Okay, it's random.
Randomize the starting position better. Right now, they all start at the bottom left consistently.
So something interesting as well is that you can click one and then you can click another one to change your selection.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay, but when you click one right now, it disappears, right?
Yeah,
So
so that
what we
option's
need to
gone.
do is like have it selected, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. I just can't click on it. Okay.
There we go.
When you click on a selection, let's have it glow /be in the selected state green, and I can select another one if I so wished. Don't have it disappear. All right, so now the starting is more random. It's funny how some of them are like moving faster than the other. So you're like, okay, what's the slowest one that I could click right now? like, I'm like, fuck paper,
Yeah, it's
man.
not
It's like,
even by choice anymore. It's just by how fast you can click.
yeah, which is cool. I mean, if you think about it, you
Yeah.
don't want to like. It's a different game because usually it's a mind game. You're trying to think about what the other person's doing, and usually you eventually find their patterns. We made this game called Dueling Blades, and it was pretty much rock paper scissors on crack, and it was really really sick because you're essentially picking rock paper scissors, but you're also picking the location of where to do it. So you would, let's say that I think you're going to move to the left, and I'm going to pick rock, and you're moving to the left, and you're choosing scissors. So if you landed there and you chose scissors, I essentially countered you, and I do damage. But maybe you move to the right on the map, and I move to the left, and we just both completely miss each other. But the thing is, my rock costed 10 mana. Like it was like a skill, right? So you have this like mana management that you're like dealing with. It was a lot of fun. It was called Dueling Blades. It's probably one of the best games, top two games I've ever made. And unfortunately, it's God after 15 years. But the videos on YouTube are cool.
That gave me the idea of right now how the computer works is like a random generated, probably, right? Like like a code that randomly generates rock paper scissors. What if in the future where it could be like AI, and then you can play mind games with the AI and say that I'm going to throw a rock in the next turn, and then see what it does.
So you're kind of gaming it. Let me think about that.
Yeah, you're playing the AI now. In the future iterations.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think yeah, I mean it is interesting, like, and how does it react? Like you're kind of influencing it. But the thing is it needs to be a bit more random. Like, does it trust you? Does it trust you? Is it learning from you? Stuff like that. Cool. Well, with 5 minutes more here, did you start jamming on something?
Thinking about it, I haven't put it into words, but maybe to end off, I can contribute a prompt. Let me write it up.
Yep. I will merge these changes in. and wait for your prompt.
On my screen, the instructions, they now have emojis. It's
What?
cool. Yeah, but you're not.
Let
It's
me
like
see. I'm gonna try to join your. So you just prompted something?
no. It's just kind of like the same one, but we're seeing two different versions.
Oh,
Like I'll take a screenshot. Yeah,
okay.
this is what I see.
Oh, you mean the rock paper scissors emojis?
Uh, no, just the instructions.
Oh, the instructions.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, okay. I think it's because I mean I see them too. I think that's just part of the new version that just got updated. I haven't seen it. Cool. So it merged, and we have the new update now here in the room.
Right, let me see.
Boom. One of my favorite games to make when I was a kid, though, was Tower Defenses. By far my faves. I want to see your prompt, man. I want to see what you're thinking of.
It says promise a user, so I just type it there, I guess.
Promise the user?
Yeah, in my chat. Oh, sorry, my bad. I was in the chat function and not the prompt function.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Change the background after every battle. Think cyberpunk colors. All right, let's see you do it, man. Let me watch Cast for the Ghost and his magic.
It says I'd like to help you edit.
Yeah, so it doesn't have context on the game right now on future threads. So you could just tell it like, hey, you research the code base, once you start. But I'm actually working on that right now, is giving it like contextual history about like what is this app, what has happened in the last 5 versions, what's the code base look like. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm feeding a baby.
Let's see.
I wonder what dynamic cyberpunk background colors look like, you know?
Yeah, I deliberately left it fake to see what kind of like, I guess, interpretation it comes up with. Maybe it outputs neon lights somewhere.
Yeah. I have to say though, I put so much time getting these dev environments to spin up, and we spun up a total of 4 of them with 2 production environments in this stream, which sounds super nerdy coming out of my mouth, but like I'm happy it moves smoothly. like I was so worried about like not being able to see live changes and all this stuff.
No, this is
Uh-oh.
crazy. And for people who are watching, I'm not technical at all. So just seeing how this plays out and me contributing the ideas and how it transformed from a very simple, the first version, and now it has, oh look, it has the neon light thing at the back now. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's really cool.
it's interesting. Like when our designer showed up and started making my Zava dashboard better. I don't know what she said. I wish I could have watched her prompt and like go back to it because she made it look so beautiful. And I think like AI is trying its best right now, but it it's hard, right? Like it's hard for it to decide how to design. Like I don't know how, like if there's specialized prompts for designers and all these other things, but looking at this, it feels a bit like what I would do when I was 9 years old, making like an HTML website or like modifying my MySpace. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think in some cases it's pretty cool.
Mhm,
Like I like the glow around the health bars that I just added.
mhm.
Um,
It's just finding everywhere you could add glow.
yeah,
No, but to your point, I think that's why the Gem studios are so powerful, right? You can have people like your designer come in with the right expertise, the right prompts to say, and make it so much better. I wouldn't be able to do, you know.
did you hear the change theme, dude?
This is funny.
Wow.
Should have a. Do you know, like in Mario, when you take a star and then you go like iridescent? Maybe there should be
Uh,
one go crazy kind of like mode where it just keeps changing.
maybe when you win, you unlock
Oh
that.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Maybe you should add that to this one. Maybe to try to describe what that even means. Like, but like maybe like as if you won the last battle, it unlocks like. Well, have you? There's this really cool game called it's like Tetris something. It's on the PlayStation and probably Xbox too. But like the more closer that you get to winning, like it gets more intense. Like more animations happen. There's like fucking particles and like
Mm,
that's. It would be interesting if you have these like combo win streaks that like just make the thing feel good, but then you lose everything when you lose.
let's see. I'm gonna leave it vague. I'm gonna say when you win, it unlocks a really crazy win screen that celebrates the winner. I want to see what AI thinks crazy is, just for the lols.
Let's see it. This will probably be the last one for me as I order lunch here in Hong Kong.
This was
But I
fun
have
though.
to say, this is smooth, man. I think we're getting lucky today. The what we like to say is the context gods or AI gods have blessed us with smooth tokens today.
What are you getting for lunch?
Looking at Turkish food right now, which usually I just get like a chicken salad.
Mhm.
Usually I cook, but I'm just kind of tired of cooking. I also have this weird. This is gonna sound super funny. I have this weird craving for Subway right now. It's kind of odd. How about you? What are you thinking?
So I'm in Singapore. Thinking, I don't know, I always have a default like Hainanese chicken rice. It's just the easiest to eat and so tasty.
Mm,
Maybe there's
Hainanese
something
chicken
about,
is pretty good.
yeah, vibe coding that makes you hungry, because I am definitely hungry.
Man, I mean, yesterday I just went through like I don't know 12 hours of like coding. I think I killed like maybe 30, 40,000 lines. It was nuts. And by the end of the day, I was just like, it literally feels like you worked out. Your brain is just like a sponge because, of course, what we're doing now is actually quite relaxing.
Hmm.
But usually, what I'm doing while one task is building something, I'm like working on another task and reading and testing another task. So I'm like doing three or four things at the same time. And it, it's just the context switching, the thoroughness is intense. So I feel like a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, man, vibe coding is like I'm just sipping coffee and hanging out." Like, dude,
And play lo-fi music.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, you could be figuring out how to create a pipeline to overdo it.
Hmm.
Dang, dude, that's a tough, it's a tough,
There is
tough.
it's so smart. It's adding a test button for the windscreen.
Oh,
So every time
what?
you play, you have to finish the game just to see how it works. That's cool. Because I'm already. Oh wow, cyberpunk
Cyberpunk
champion.
champion, flying emojis.
I love it, and they use like the firework ones. That's hilarious.
I like the loss.
Oh yeah, maybe in future iteration there will be a fork where one goes super unhinged and they berate you for losing, and it's like a your Asian mom. It's like you didn't win, you didn't get A. And then the
Yeah,
other one is like a little bit more like more wholesome, less chaotic.
yeah,
That's cool. Alrighty.
awesome. Um, you want to touch it up, or are you pretty happy with it?
I will leave this here for now and then maybe come back to it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, yeah, I guess you'll come back. You won't merge it now, and then we'll call it, right? So, thanks for everybody who tuned in and who will be tuning in after this. Check out Nullshot.ai to build awesome stuff together. We have office hours twice a week. Or sorry, once a week on Wednesdays. So go to the Discord. You can check out the times. They're friendly internationally every other week. And I'll be there, happy to help, happy to jam, happy to teach as we start working on this. And this is the beginning. I mean, it's a journey of starting off with this nice little room with these nice little AIs and nice little emojis. But we're not far away from building full production apps, full things that are could be usable by you and potentially paying users every day. And the long-term vision of all this, just to kind of recap on it, is that as Casper and I started building these things and these contributions started happening, we will have co-ownership over what is being made. And there's many different ways to make money off of it, which I won't go into this call, but you can co-own these apps that are built, and maybe even your community and your users start showing up and start remixing it, start adding to it, and everybody essentially owns and manages these future businesses together. So I'll take it there. Pause there. We'll be talking a lot more about the app, doing a lot more tutorials, doing a lot more education around co-ownership and the future of building business. But it starts now by turning chats into apps here at Nullshot.ai. So everyone have a good rest of your week, and we'll be doing this again soon.
Ciao. See you guys.
See you, Casper.